Welcome to the RIP 28 podcast. This is the RIP 28 podcast. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast. I am, as decided on by a panel of single women over the age of 45, the world's sexiest podcast host. I'm Slider Sports Guy, and I'm joined by my very good friends. What up, BZ the GOAT? How you doing?
What it do is your boy BZ the GOAT, aka everybody's favorite. Here to kick it with the fellas one more time, man. Let's get this thing popping.
All right. You got BZ the GOAT, and now you also have. You know what? I'm gonna be professional, man. I'm gonna be professional. You have Pastor Hazel Eyes Johnson. Pastor Johnson, how you doing there, Pastor Johnson?
The wonderful. Amen and amen and amen. Pray for this podcast later. Not right now.
Pastor Hazel Eyes, man. Glad to have you. Glad to have you with us, man. Glad to have you with us, man. Everybody checking us out on the RIP 28 podcast, man. We appreciate everybody checking us out, everybody jumping in, trying to catch the show. We got, man, we're going live all over the place right now. I see your mom or two Leos over there with us on Instagram. We live on YouTube, live on Facebook, man. You know, we're trying to get off this Facebook thing. But, bro, where all can they find us at? Where can they find us?
Man, they can find us on Spotify. They can find us on Castbox, Google Podcasts, Anchor. They can find us on Instagram, Pocket Cast, iHeartRadio. Anywhere you can stream a podcast, you can find the world's greatest and Pastor Hazel Eyes Johnson.
And while they're there, they might as well go ahead and donate. Go ahead, that Cash App, hit us up, $ RIP 28 podcast. That's RIP, the numbers 28 PODCAST. $ RIP 28 podcast. Hey, man, in order to bring you this greatness, man, we got to get paid too, man. We got to get some money.
Make sure y'all donate before we lock the doors. So I tell them to close the door.
Donate before we lock the door.
Before I close the door.
Before you close the door. Well, I mean, hey, since we here, we might as well talk about it, bro. We might as well talk about it, man. We got y'all know the pastor name was it Marvin Sapp or Warren Sapp?
Yeah.
Marvin the Martian. Which one was it?
Marvin
Don't
Sapp.
matter. Marvin Sapp, Warren Sapp, Lakers in 5.
It don't matter. Well, apparently, man, dude wanted some money. Dude wanted some money, and he told his parishioners, that's how you say it. We don't have this comment here to correct grammar, so we may miss out on some. We may mispronounce a few words during.
Even if we do, she'll let us know later.
Yeah, that's what she do. That's what she do. She's a hater from all over. But anyway, though, man. Apparently, the man said he needed some money, and he told the ushers to close the. Who phone ringing anything?
Hold on, I think that's Jesus on the main line.
Tell him what you want. Tell him what you want.
So, we are running a professional podcast here, man. Professional podcast. We can't have people calling in with people phone ringing on the side. But anyway,
they heard church and they want to call in, Sly.
That must be what it is. That must be what it is, man. But yeah, man, How y'all feel about the preacher? Man? Just going and trying to get the money up off the folks.
That's strong arm robbery. You can't hold and kidnap. You can't hold nobody against their will. What if they ain't got the money? So then what you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? You can't tell Usher. I said close that door. He wanted $40,000 right then.
40K. That's what my man wanted. 40K.
40K. But that's part of the reason people don't really patronize the church as they once did.
Yeah, yeah. It's
You
funny because
know,
I
because it seems. Go
well
ahead,
now
Sean.
no, I was just saying I think me growing up, man, I remember, we was at church every Sunday, church during the week for Bible study, all that type of stuff, man. Went to Sunday school, early Sunday morning. But now, man, it's different, man. It ain't that huge thing to go to church no more like it was when I was growing up, man. You know, of it is a lot of these money pastors, man.
Well, as the resident expert, because I'm a preacher kid and a pastor, uh, and I grew up going to a Pentecostal Holiness Church, where you be fire baptized. Oh, glory! Hey. I think that it's just I've seen a lot of people trying to defend it, and I always take issue with church folks. And when I say church folks, people that are in the church that are quick to defend um something when they know it's wrong, like when you know it's visibly wrong. I know I was commenting on somebody's post where they was like, "Oh, that's just a normal standard practice," and just thought it was odd because it's not a normal standard practice for somebody to say close the door. And I even had more issue. Like Marvin Sapp is a Grammy-winning multi-millionaire. Like, why you strong arming people out of money? You rich. I just seen him with Kurt Franklin on stage. So why is it so important to take the poor people money? You know what I mean?
Well, the poor people is who are funding the church. The poor people is who fund the church, man. The poor people. But I don't understand. Maybe he was saying, and I saw this opinion, and I'm kind of leaning toward this. When he was saying close the doors of the church, he wasn't really saying lock the doors of the church. He was just saying close the doors of the church.
So
So
why in that moment though is he saying close the doors of the church when he want the money?
we try to get the people attention. I think that's a little bit of showmanship to get the people's
No, yeah.
attention.
But
Okay.
if you see the whole clip, you realize that it was the end of the service. So it wasn't like because people were saying, "Oh, it was doing while they was taking up money." That actually wasn't what was happening. It was the end of the service because people was trying to leave. Because after he said that, he was like, "Oh, y'all ain't going nowhere, but to get nothing to eat anyway. So close them doors." So actually, it was at the end of service. So I guess he
Mm.
wasn't pleased with the amount when he went in the back and counted the money, and then he came back out, and that's when he was telling the usher to close the door.
If that man wanted money. Stacy just said, not even money for Kingdom building, but in his words, it costs to be on the stage. And, truthfully, I mean, here go the thing, man. It does cost to be on the stage, man. Put on all the pyrotechnics and all the stuff that you want to see, the fancy stuff. The fancy stuff costs, man. So y'all got to pay for this stuff, you know. The whole church thing it's a tricky thing when it comes to that money. It's tricky when it comes to that money because if you have a church and your church operates and is going out and trying to save souls in the street stuff, it costs. It costs to have free giveaways, for to have a food pantry and stuff like that. It costs to take care of your community. So if my church is taking care of my community, I totally get. I totally get. Putting that money to the church. Now I don't know what that man was asking for the money for. That's the thing. That's the one thing. I don't know what he was asking for money for. If he was asking for money because he need, if he was asking for money because he need money to be like Creflo said to get his private plane, to get a new private plane, I ain't putting in on that. But if he was asking for money, that money was going toward feeding the homeless. I get it. I get it. So
But
to me, it's just what was he asking for the money for?
I think a part of it though is like you said earlier. These are the moments that kind of force people away, well, not force them away, that make people kind of distrustful of leadership in churches because $40,000 is a lot of money. No matter like, and that's a lot of money. Like, so are you running the church or are you running a corporation? Because where does that, like you said, where their money going? It clearly is not going to every parishioner in the church. So it kind of makes it a weird thing. And the fact that he knew there was 1,000 people there and 1,000 people watching, and he calculated how much it'd take to make $40,000 is a kind of a weird request to me.
Very weird. And then what he said was those standing in front of the church should give $100 per person. Like you not only are you demanding, but you checking my pockets.
And to tell him to bring the buckets up front so he can see who putting money in there.
Yeah, he said, I want you to walk up here so I can see who's putting the money in there. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's a lot of bad things. But think about it. What about the person who had the heart to give but didn't have $20? Like, are you going to embarrass them for not coming to the front, or are you going to point them out and remember that they didn't get a $20? Or it was very distasteful. And his reply to it after it went viral was even worse, because he hid behind, oh, this is a tradition that y'all wouldn't know, y'all wouldn't understand, as if most black people especially didn't grow up in church.
And that was our refuge back in the day for black folk, was the church. You know what I'm saying? So, but then another thing is he kind of downplayed $20. Like, you know what I'm saying? To you, $20 may not be anything, but to somebody else, that 20 might be how their kids gonna eat lunch for the next 2 days, or pay for their Uber away from church, or whatever the case may be. So I think it was very distasteful. And to those that are outside the church that was considering maybe going to church or whatever, you may just turn them away with that kind of behavior.
And you're right. That's the big fear. That's the big fear. I think a lot of people. Hey, we see Candace. Check this out on Instagram. We are live on Instagram. We all over the place. But I think that's one of the things that a lot of people get turned off by the church. Is how you go about getting this money. If money was in it, and I think this is a recent thing when it came to this prosperity preaching, I guess, because growing up, I don't remember a lot of prosperity preachers. It was mostly about hell and damnation. They talked about church, but now they talk about making money or getting money in church, and that's a difficult path to run down, because now you got to deal with them folks. Now you're gonna start talking about money. So money's an uncomfortable situation.
Yeah, especially now, man, with the price of gas and eggs and people losing jobs, and resources being taken from schools, and you kind of unsure financially. So to be pretty much strong armed out of your money, that might not sit well with nobody. But he couldn't have been at a real Negro church. He was at a black church, but not a Negro church.
No.
Because if that was said at a Negro church, it would have been some sparks flying off in there.
Stacy just said Creflo Dollar was coming up during our time. Joyce Myers, there are a few prosperity. I never knew who Creflo was until I was, grown. I didn't know much about Creflo until I was grown. But Stacy, you're a bit younger than us. You're a whole lot younger than Aaron. Aaron in the 60s. So he might have been coming up during your time, Stacy, but not our time.
So I'm gonna pray for you. I'm gonna pray for you.
Well, we appreciate Pastor Hayes. We appreciate Pastor Hayes.
Hey, it's like you don't want everybody praying for you, man.
That is true.
You don't know what they praying for. They might be praying on your downfall, Sly.
So be careful
when we solicit these prayers.
I was gonna pray the ugly off for you. That's all I was praying for.
You ain't got enough praying power, brother.
Wow.
You asking a little bit outside of your realm of power.
Oh, I ain't got no power for that. He ain't gonna listen.
Oh,
you sound
pray
like
beat the ugly off of him.
You sound like a real bad hater, bro. I expect that out of you, man. I want better. I want better out of you, man. You can't be that type of hater all your life. You can't be that type of hater all your life, man.
My
So,
bad, man. My bad. My
but
bad.
you know, here go the thing, though, man. Sometimes you just gotta get out. You gotta try new things, do different things besides being a hater. So, I don't know. Gerard brought up a good point right here. Gerard Aiken, shout out to you, Gerard. Appreciate it. He said Creflo
Right.
had to go and tell the public he was telling them wrong all these years and made millions congregation now. For those who don't know, and I want to make sure I say this right. I'm probably saying it wrong, but Creflo came out and said that when he was talking about tithing, he was teaching the wrong thing. He was teaching the wrong thing. So uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if he was telling them about not giving money. Giving money was the wrong thing, but I think he was saying the way he told people to give money was wrong. I could be wrong, but that's what I thought he was saying.
Yeah, he said that after he had already benefited though.
Oh yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He had already benefited from teaching wrong and you know what I'm saying?
I mean, when you,
Whatever happened. So he had already profited and benefited. So hey, to each his
like,
own. Thanks for the apology publicly
if,
on the same form you were wrong on, but you had to make millions and was flying all around the country
if
telling
somebody,
wrong.
it's easy to say you wrong when you riding around in a Rolls Royce in a $10 million
Yeah.
mansion. You go home at night. I can tell you, boy. Yeah, I was telling you wrong about them times when I got 7 cars. Yeah,
I,
it's easy to do that.
Right.
I went to Creflo Dollar House before. I went to his mansion. Um, when I moved to Atlanta, I was working with DirecTV. I was working DirecTV, well, part of AT&T or whatever. But this was before AT&T brought us. But this was right after he had got. It was the day after he had got arrested for child abuse for beating his daughter. For beating his daughter. His daughter snuck out. His daughter snuck out the house. And when he came back, he spanked his daughter. His daughter was like 16 at the time. She was 15. She may be 15 to 16. I'm not sure. But when she came back, he like any black dad, gave her ass cut. And one of the assistants or whatever called the cops or whatever. And he had got arrested, and they let him out the next day. Well, Creflo is a high value customer, and so we had to send someone to his house to to fix his satellite. He had a problem issue with his satellite, so I started working for him, and I went with him. So as we get there, we're sitting there, and he was in his study, and he couldn't, he was having this morning prayer call or whatever. And so we just had to sit and wait. And then he told us, he said, my chef is out cooking breakfast. He said, y'all more than welcome to eat with us. Me and my worker, he was more than welcome to eat with us. So we just sat and waited, and the chef cooked breakfast. And then when the chef got finished cooking, he had came out and then called his daughter. He called his daughter down, and his daughter came to the room. And this dude looked at me. That's why he looked at me and said, hey, when y'all leave out of here, I know y'all gonna say y'all been over here. He said, go and tell him. He said, yeah, I might beat him, but I feed him too. I thought that shit was hilarious. I said, you all right with me. You
But
all
you
right with me.
you was more so more interested in the food, the eating than the beating.
Oh yeah, that shit. Hey, that
Yeah,
chef. He cooked. He just had some bacon and the pancakes and the eggs. Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
I'm
Tastes pretty
sure it
good. The
did.
fruit. I said, the church's money doing it right. But
Now I see where the church's money is going.
my brief interaction I had with him, man, he seemed like a pretty cool guy. You know what I'm saying? The brief interaction I had with him.
I'm
But
sure, Sly. I'm sure.
but I still wouldn't put no money in on his airplane. Like a man said he needed a new airplane. I don't know if he was that cool for me to put some shit in on his airplane. But
Hey, Tito said you got Fred K. Price out in California.
who is that? That's a
So
preacher.
I'm guessing he didn't specify.
with Tito, you got to Google shit with Tito. 'Cause that mug, he just shout out names and numbers out of Tito be all off subject. We don't know what subject Tito even talking about.
That's what they do when you are they close to the old folks' home.
Mhm.
Look at AA Ron. He was like, "Hey, that's enough, there, young fella."
I'm only 3 years older than y'all. I don't know why y'all keep saying old fella. That's weird. 3
First of
years.
all, First of all, we know you stayed back at least 3 times. Just because you graduated 3 years ahead of us, we know you stayed back up a time.
Hey, he didn't graduate 3 years ahead of me. He wasn't in school when I got there.
I'm telling you. As Jared said, until the body of Christ become more educated about tithe and things of that nature, they're going to continue to feed in this foolishness when it comes to money. It makes it hard for the ones who are sincere.
That's right.
I guess you are right.
Yeah, he's correct.
Leave it to our resident preacher's kid. She says Fred Price was another televangelist. You know, in case y'all don't know, Stacy is a PK. That's why she's so wild.
Stacy coming through with the knowledge, not only musically, Stacy, but she knows the church.
Hey, shout out to Stacy. Stacy just had a birthday this week. Shout out to Stacy. Stacy,
Happy birthday, Stacy.
Happy birthday.
Don't look a day over 48.
Sure no don't.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. My girl Stacy. But yeah, man. So
Stacy 10 years. Stacy 10 years older than me. I didn't know that.
Yeah, man. Stacy up there, man. Stacy up there.
She ain't no spring chicken, as they say.
Stacy about 51, 52. Yeah,
something like that. Somewhere in the neighborhood.
I got you. But yeah, man. So I don't know, man. I think everybody universally feel that the preacher was a little bit out of place. Marvin Sapp was a little bit out of place coming in making that statement. But you know, but he has his defenders though. He got his defenders out there saying he wasn't that bad. Said he wasn't that bad for saying what he said. So,
that's almost cult like behavior.
More power to you, Marvin. More power to you. I hope he figured out. I hope they church can figure it all out for him, man. I hope the church can figure it all out for him, man. What else going on, man? We got a lot of other stuff going on out there in the world, man. We got folk doing things out in the world, man. These trail rides. Trail rides ain't a new thing. Ain't trail rides been out for a long time, man? People been doing trail rides for a while.
I think it's just becoming more mainstream.
Okay.
More people are starting to find out about it.
Okay. But yeah, man, at first the past couple of weeks, you saw a bunch of posts of people. Hey, Ron, man, what you doing in the background, man? You over here messing stuff up in the background, bro. We are a professional broadcast,
You first of all, you can't call them out. It's live, so don't call them out when it's live. You supposed to put that in the comments or something. But I'm ready. I'm listening. I'm just sitting here listening. I'm meditating, but I'm listening. Go ahead. Trail ride, black people.
Yeah, okay, there you go. Stacey just say SC on the map with the song bringing light to the trail rides. That's our boots on the ground. That's by South Carolina, dude.
Yeah, I think he's from Wagner, South Carolina.
I'm so sick of that song.
Yeah. Man, I'm so tired. You ain't on the one, bro. I'm so goddamn tired of that song.
Them fans, them boots, and that line dance. I'll be glad when they find something else to do in South Carolina.
Hey, man, listen, we don't get a lot of publicity for anything decent and in order. Let us South Carolinians have this moment, man. Come on.
I'm gonna be glad when white folks start doing it. Once white folks start doing it, then it's about ready to die.
They're starting to do it.
I can't wait for the white folks to steal it so they can go on to something else. I'm so sick of that band tooting and them booting, and I can't take it. I just,
where them fans at?
No, put them fans up. It's just
Stacy got our fans in the comments. Come on, Stacy.
Let me ask you a question. Can y'all do it?
Nah, I can't do it.
I can't do it live. Man.
Nah.
All you know,
Which
know.
It depends on which version you're talking about, because they got a sugar-free version and the other version.
We're talking about sugar free.
Sugar
I can do
free.
the sugar-free version. I can't do that other version.
They say the sugar free. Come on, AA Ron.
I ain't the only one to see the video. No, don't act like that. Who always
I
leading the line when the video starts?
You got a point. I ain't want to be the one to say it, but yeah, it's definitely a sugar version of that line dance out there. But yeah, I'm about sick of that. But people doing the trail rides though, man. People out there, when I was growing up, I heard of trail rides and been on trail rides, but it was all about riding a horse. I don't know if that's what they're doing now. They're out there still riding horses and stuff. I thought about riding a horse.
some of them, but they out there in the field dancing with music and doing the sugar free and the sugar line dances. Sugar field.
So Stacey,
Oh man, come on,
could be
Stacey.
worse.
That little rooster, yeah, little Roo was wrong for that now.
I didn't even know Lil Roo was still alive.
God damn, Sly just out here killing people off AA Ron.
Well, I
Wait,
didn't
Rue
want
is the same. He's the same age as you, Sly. Why would he be dead already? Y'all
Well,
both 40.
when you become he had a nice hit out one time, ain't it? The
Yeah,
Nasty
little
song, that
nasty
was
song.
it was a hit for what it was worth. He was born in South Carolina, ain't it?
Yeah, Winsboro or something, but wherever he was born at, he had
Yeah.
like that little thing Stacey talking about he put out. He better not ever do that again and scream South Carolina.
Yeah, well, he did put out a very sugary dance.
Come on, yeah, very. He was very what the kids say, zesty. He
Zesty.
was zesty.
Yeah, very zesty. It was very
Yeah, he
zesty.
was zesty in the mug, dog. That ain't cool, dog.
So, but yeah, though, man, I think trail rides got a little bit different. It's more of a party type atmosphere now. Because I remember I saw something about a month ago. Some folk posted something. I think they were in Darlington somewhere. They just had a whole bunch of people out there, dancing. It looked like a good ass time, man. It looked like a good ass time. But whenever black folk have fun, niggas got to show up. And I hate to say it like that. When black folks have fun, niggas got to show up, man. So I think this was in Memphis somewhere. They posted a video of where folks was fighting out on a trail ride. And then they got something where people were trying to break into the trail ride. They were trying to go through the back fence or something to get into the trail ride instead of paying. So, God.
Hey, it don't take long for the Negroes to show up.
Listen, them YNs, anywhere the women, them YNs coming. And they coming. They ain't bringing no boots. They bringing switches. Man. No boots. No boots on the ground.
That's it. They ain't bringing no boots, hey Ron. They ain't bringing nothing but sticks and switches.
Exactly.
That's
it. And it bothered the hell out of me because it's like once you get, you know what I'm saying, we got a cool little event to go to, something to get outside the house, place to party, have a little fun, and then here they go.
Maybe they need to put an age limit on the trail rides, man, to try to keep the YNs out because you can't keep them away from nothing. They showing up, dog, and they showing up with numbers.
And that's the thing, man. You can't keep them away. You can't keep them away.
No, sir.
Showing up with scat packs and racks. That's all they got.
Scat pack, rats, and big bags. That's all.
Yeah. Sly would love him. I know Sly love him with a good old big back.
I love big back women. I don't want none of them YNs out there. I don't want them out there.
Sly said that was long time ago.
Yeah, long time ago.
he's a happily married man, so he's long time ago.
Yeah,
But you,
long.
but you know what? You said something about an age limit, but you know there's certain places they got age limit that stay open forever. Is Dave's still open on Two Knots Wrong? You remember Dave's? Is that the name of it
Dave's.
on Two Knots? See, you still too young to even get in there right now.
I don't know
Oh,
about Dave.
When he,
Dave.
hey,
Well, Ed, I know you know what it is, man. What was the club on Two Knots, man? The
listen,
adult.
I don't know. Wherever you used to buy boxing, I don't know. I didn't never indulge in that, so I don't know what that's at.
I don't know
No,
about
man.
Dave's either.
It was a club. It was a club on Two Knots. It was a club on Two Knots, and it was. I know y'all the old Midnight Lounge that was on the corner of Two Knots and Hardin, but then they had the kind of newer Midnight Lounge that was on Two Knots, and then right across the street was the adult club on Two Knots, man.
Two Knots and Harding.
Two Knots and Taylor Street. My bad. Two Knots Taylor Street.
Oh, yeah, but I don't know about Dave's. I know what you're
But
talking about. The Midnight
Dave was
Lounge.
by the ice house. By the ice
I'm
house.
bougie. I didn't go to Hole in the Walls. I'm bougie.
But
I
it
didn't
was
go to Hole in.
it was an adult club though. You had to be like 30 and above to get in.
Aaron been getting in that club for 30 years then.
Stacey, I know you know what I'm talking about. Stacey. All the people out here in Columbia, I know somebody know what I'm talking about. Somebody know what I'm talking about. Dave. I think it was called Dave.
I ain't real sure. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie like I know.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Where Tito at, man? Where Tito when you need him? I know Tito. Tito done logged off, man.
They must have had them Diddy parties in there. That must have been
Yeah.
an underground type club or something like.
Yeah, I don't know, but that must have been the members only club. Because I've never heard of it.
I'm trying to think. I think it was called Dave. I think so.
Have
Maybe
you ever been
just-
there? You just strolled by.
Oh, I've been inside in my backslide days. Man. You know, I used to have a thing for older women. In the backside, long time ago.
long time ago, Sly.
I can't remember what was the name of that club on Two Knots. Oh God! If I wasn't a happily married man, I might reach out to somebody I know back in the day who would know the name of that club. I don't want to get their hopes up by me reaching out to them. So I didn't want to answer that question.
No, you don't want to get the fat on your neck slapped off by your wife.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. But I can't remember the name of that club on Two Knots. I think it was Dave, man. I'm trying to hit the people up.
James Willis, we see out there. James Willis might be able to help you.
James from Columbia? Well, I know James from
Columbia High.
I can't see James' picture, man. Leave a comment, James. Let me see your picture.
Come on, man.
Leave a comment. Let me see your picture, James. But yeah, man, I can't think of the name of that club that was on Two Knots.
Was it a brick building?
Shit, I can't remember.
Brick building with a little black sign that said "Days in the Cocktail" on glass.
I think it was a yellow sign. I think it had yellow letters that say names.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember. Dog, I can't remember the name of that club, man. Somebody go help me out. Somebody go help me out. That's why. See, we talk trash about Tito, but that's why we need Tito.
People don't know. Like most people didn't go to the brothel. It sounds like it's a brothel. That's what you do. They don't know about that. Like nobody went but you. So
Bruh, it was the Grown Folk Club. It was the Grown Folk Club, and it was across the street from when they moved the Midnight Lounge. So the Midnight Lounge used to be on the corner of Taylor Street and Two Knots, but then they moved the Midnight Lounge. They moved it, and they put it on the right hand side of Two Knots Road, but on the left hand side was this adult club. And you had to be grown to get in. And I went in there with one of my homeboys. Can't say his name. He got famous now, so I won't say his name. But I went in there with him, and we was kicking it. We was way too young. We was about 23. Everybody in the club was like 35 and above. Oh, I can't remember the name of that spot. Can't remember. A lot of cougars. It was only young boys when we was in that club. So, but yeah, man, it was a grown folk spot, kind of like this the Carolinas Cup. That's what they call it. Is it called the Carolina Cup? That's the other thing black folk going to now. Horse race.
Carolina Comedy Club.
No, Carolina Comedy Club Cup.
I ain't never seen so many. Well, I know some of these people might be y'all friends to the listeners, so I ain't gonna be overly disrespectful, but I ain't never seen so many breakaway suits like they used to have. Never in my life. I was just sitting there like, yo, you. Every time I think we can't get a black eye from South Carolina, boom, here you go, black eye.
They prove you wrong, right?
They proved they did. I was sitting there minding my business, scrolling something else, and I said, "Man, I know you ain't got on no breakaway suit, no pantsuit. Like I want shorts and a dress jacket. Don't make sense to me."
Dog, what get me is when they got everything the same color. The suit, the tie, the shirt, and the shoes is all one color. Like, dog, come on, bro.
But what was so wrong with what was so wrong with it? I mean, it seemed like a bunch of people was kind of dressing up, looking clean. You know, they halfway looking clean, I guess.
That was what was wrong. That was what was wrong with it. Some people was actually dressed like it was the Kentucky Derby, looking nice, looking classy, and then you had some people that were dressed like Columbia. Like I can't even put in just Columbia.
Columbia, Orangeburg, Sumter.
So Camden, I think all those places.
It's in Camden, Rambert, all that, man.
It's like regional. It's like a regional dress code. So you got every region of South Carolina was dressed up, and you can tell like who was country, and who just didn't need to be out there. That's all it was.
And well, you could tell by their suits how they were gonna behave.
Exactly.
The louder and more ignorant the suit or dress, the more ignorant the person.
You can tell who drank Hennessy and who drank tequila just based on the picture. You look at the pictures like, oh, he got on a breakaway suit with some shorts. He drank Hennessy.
Stacy said dressed like a Thursday night at the S-Bar.
That's what. Hey, I seen some boots on the ground out there.
Yeah, I saw one with that was wrong. She was wrong for what she had on, but like you said, we don't know who's kin to who and who's friends with who. So I'll just keep my comment to myself.
Cause I love South Carolina. I love y'all, and I just be joking. I be playing. Y'all will look really nice out there. Cause I don't know, somebody might try to press me next time I'm home. So y'all look really nice. The outfit was great. The boots, the little goofy hats y'all had on. The little shorts and mismatched. All that stuff was wonderful.
Well, I had an ex-girlfriend. Her and her dad would go to the horse race in Augusta every year. Not Augusta, in Aiken. It was in Aiken every year. I can't remember the name of it, but they would go, and then people would put on. They had the seersucker suits. Going to the horse races and stuff like that. And it was a pretty cool event. And I got to go to the Belmont Stakes or whatever, not Belmont, whichever one that was in Baltimore, the Preakness. I got to go to the Preakness last year, and that was my first time going to one of those big horse races like that. Man, it's pretty, to see everybody dressed up in they linen suits, seersuckers, I thought that was a pretty cool thing. So you said Carolina Cup wasn't that?
No, it wasn't no seersuckers. It wasn't no seersuckers, dog. It
It
was
looked,
just like Aaron said, just country on top of country.
it looked like Easter Sunday, which I mean, I thought somebody was gonna break out their little Easter speech with some of the stuff they had on. But I mean, I
But
don't
I
know. I
think
might
that
have
was
took
the point of it, though. I think that's the point of it. I think the point of it
okay.
was the way your pastel colors and light, light suits.
Yeah, kind of ushering in the spring. I get it,
But
Yeah,
the
but
but the
my
short
thing is you
the
can't wear
shorts.
the same color everything.
So the
God,
shorts with a suit jacket that's the trend now. To
nah, that
wear
ain't that ain't never gonna be it. That ain't never gonna be it. I ain't even
so
gonna
you
lie,
saying it? So you saying they was just like Jermaine Dupri when he wore the little
bro.
lace top,
yeah showing off their little socks. Yeah,
the
It's the
little lace socks the girls wear on Easter Sunday when they say, "I don't
the
have
little
nothing to say. I came to say Happy Easter Day." That's
it,
what
it,
he looked like.
it was the brother that I well respect, man. That brother I think is a good brother, a strong brother in the community. When I seen his picture, he had on a suit short set. I was like, oh my god, damn, bro.
hey, you know what's funny?
Uh,
Well respected in the community probably was the same person that I just did this to. Like, man, bro, come on. But hey, maybe I just don't know. I might not be rich enough to dress like that. Cause I
that
think that's probably what it is. Like
You just
fashion
behind in the
different.
time.
Yeah, fashion different when you make more money. But I will never wear a suit jacket with shorts.
bro, matching, matching. That's what made me go. Yeah, I don't have enough money. I don't got enough money. I ain't reach those financial levels where I can go away, where I
And
can get away with that.
it becomes fashion when you rich, but when you poor, it's just bad taste.
Mm.
I actually was curious as to where they found it. I'll be wanting to know, like, where you go to ask for that. Like, hey, let me get a suit, but with the jacket and shorts. Like, where they make that at? Like, are they tailored? They custom, or I know they don't get them off the rack like that. So I'm just,
Can't be getting them off the rack.
So, I don't know. I don't know, man. But like I say, it was a brother that I respect, man. I thought he's a real solid dude, solid dude. But I saw him with that short suit on. I said, "Oh, bro." I said, "I know your old lady ain't let you go out the house looking like that, dog. She must want a divorce, nigga. She,
I'm about to say she don't love you if you do that.
she
I
don't
said
love
you
you, bro. She
should
don't
have
love
thought
you, bro."
like Ro. I know you think that's crazy, but let's just put on some pants, regular old some slacks or something. Like, yeah, it's just
Bro, hey, Stacy, I don't
who
even think City Trends
who
won't sell that, bro.
you think
City
Timu Berlin City Trend?
City
I
Trend,
know.
Burlington will never sell that.
I know City Trend don't sell nothing like that because they probably would have ripped as soon as they got out the car. Like I know, they had to be added some custom shorts.
So yeah, man, they I don't think that'll happen, man. I feel bad for 'em. What up, Crystal? We see you out there. Yeah,
No,
we'll
no.
talk about where them fans at, man. Somebody need to go ahead and this fan
Oh,
shit. We
oh man,
talked about that, Crystal.
I'll be
So
glad when
Crystal,
they
that's
do.
the Crystal. That's the old head hating Crystal. Let
I'll,
them
I'll be,
people be good, be great, man.
I don't
mm-mm.
listen. I don't have an issue with the dance. I don't have an issue with I don't have an issue with none of it. I'm just tired of seeing it. Like it ain't that not like seeing it on the internet. I get it, it's viral. But like I'm tired of seeing every week is a variation. They had a little white girl, well, she mixed, I'm sorry, doing her dance, and she had 14 million views, which is weird because it's the same dance. Everybody doing the same little dance.
These line dances are taking over these past 10 years, I guess, man. People were doing this line dance stuff, man. Then,
And on top of that, I'm really kind of a hater because my knees and ankle and back so bad, my hip bad, I couldn't I couldn't turn around twice without having to take some a lead.
Mhm.
Thank you, Crystal. Crystal, I'm with you. Let them people do what they want to do, man. Let them people alone. Let
How
them
Can they
people
come?
do?
alone.
How come we just can't stick to the electric slide?
Can they do it
Yeah.
in private? Do they got to do it so I can see it every week?
Hey,
Why?
man.
Why not we just stick to the electric slide? Everybody do the electric slide and call it a day. You know what I'm saying? Something we can all get down to the electric slide.
All of it is pretty much a variation off the electric slide and all that.
But you got
You
to
know
wear
what I'm
boots.
saying?
I don't
Yeah,
want
you
to
gotta
wear
have
boots.
your boot. You gotta have your boots on
I
the
don't want to
ground,
wear no
dog.
boots. I don't want to wear no boots.
Well, you can't do it in your Air Force Ones or your Jordans, Ron. There's boots on the ground.
Look at Crystal coming on our show coming after us. You can't. Crystal said, "I think people who are mad can't do the dance step." Come on, now. Come on.
You absolutely right. I just said I couldn't do it. You absolutely right. I can't do one step.
I don't
Boots
have.
on the ground is taking over, dog.
I don't have time to invest it to learn it. How to do that mess. Grown ass
Hey
man.
man, hey, we are conducting a very, very, very professional podcast here. There will be no yawning on this
I
podcast, sir.
know. Hey, I'm gonna be honest. That made me feel some kind of way. We having a serious debate about the boots on the ground dance, and you over there yawning like it's time for you to go to bed.
First of all, I'm a grown man, so it is about time you go to bed. That is very true. But that was AI. That wasn't me. That was AI, man. That was AI. You know what? Hey, man, you talk about being a professional podcast. We are a professional podcast. And because we're a professional podcast, people want to advertise with us all the time. So we need to start commercial.
It's your girl Tony, and I'm back with another video. Y'all come check us out at 920 St. Andrews Road, Suites 1 through 3. I offer teeth whitening, teeth gems, joint skin, foot detoxes, and lip treatment services. Come see Looks by Leah. She'll take care of all your makeup needs, from your natural bead, face glam, and lashes. Come check her out. Quiet Beauty Aesthetics by Tamika. All your waxing needs, the facials, body contouring, stomach injections, cavitation, she'll get you right. Yep, I get on the table myself. Come see my girl Artina with Bell Bodies, where you can come and get your BBLs, body cavitations, and sauna bag treatments. She get you right. And also I am Drea. She does the locks, has products, natural products. Come check us out.
All right, y'all saw that, man. You know, we got a commercial we had to throw in there. Who is that? Yeah, that was a terrible segue, but we still had to put the commercial in. We were getting late to broadcast. We got to put our advertisers in. We got to put our advertisers in. Who was that? Smiles by
Tony.
Smiles by Tony. Smiles by Tony. Go and check her out. 920 St. Andrews Road. 920 St. Andrews Road. Suites 1 through 3. You got Smiles by Tony, and then you got I am Drea with her hair care stuff. You know, maybe we should know more about the people we paying for advertising before we speak up.
Wait, hey,
Maybe
I'm just curious. I listened to the commercial. I ain't tripping. Shout out to everybody. But did she say they do BBLs at that shop too?
they do. I think
BBL.
Artina does the BBL too. So, you know, and if you want to go and get your hips checked on or looked at, made bigger, you know, go and talk to her.
Boy, you stupid.
I'm good. I just it went over my head the first time, but I thought about it. But I seen it on the thing that said BBLs. I'm just like,
they do it all, man. They do it. It's a one-stop shop. You go over there, 920 St. Andrews Road, man. You get your teeth. Tony does all the stuff with your teeth, the cleaning, the teeth whitening, the little Jew. You want some diamonds?
The gems. Got the gems.
She put gems on your teeth, and who else? Artina does the. I don't know how you. I think she does the esthetician. I'm not quite sure.
Esthetician?
Esthetician? Does Tamika do that? I think Tamika does.
That might be Tamika.
I think Tamika does that, and
Drea,
RT.
you got Auntie Drea.
Yep, Drea, she does a lot.
Get all your nice your hair products, all natural hair products.
Yeah,
if you got hair. If you
got hair.
and you got that ball, you got ball lice. Like some people that we know, they ain't no need going about Dreas.
Well, Drea also does oils and stuff like that too. So she might get you some oil or something you can put on your head. So go and check out I Am Drea. Go on over there. It's at 920 St. Andrews Road. 920 St. Andrews Road.
Okay. Ladies, it's about to be sundress season, so hey, sundress season coming up. BBL make that sundress feel right on out.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, but if you gonna put on that sundress, know what you're doing. No, be real with yourself about that the contour of your body. Get something that fits your body style, not what you seeing that's popular. All right, because it ain't for everybody.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, man. The sundress ain't for everybody. You right about that. There's a lot of box shaped bras who try to put a sundress on, and
box Chevys.
SpongeBob, they look great in the sundress. I'm sorry. Sorry.
Then they got their speakers on the back.
Yeah. Not at all.
Oh man.
Not at all. And I think Artina doesn't do BBL, she does body sculpt. So
okay.
I don't know the difference, but go and check out.
Yeah, well, correction, ladies, go get that body sculpting done.
Oh, they also do the body waxing too. They had Tony in the commercial. Tony was up on the table getting her JJ wax. There you go. Somebody do that. Yeah, you might want, if your lady got the hairy bush, you might want to send it on down there and get it ripped on off. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, get that hair ripped on off. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I don't know, man. I'm not a fan of the totally shaved vagina. I like, I want some. I like grass on the field about ball. But that's neither here nor there. That they only brought a 45-second commercial. We don't even talk about it.
we trying to support our people, trying to get them to 920, right? Was 920?
920, yeah.
Andrews Road.
920 St. Andrews Road, Columbia, South Carolina.
I hope that's the right address. We have been shot this address after that.
And if you go there and it's not the right address, stay there till you find the right address. It might be the next one over, but hey, go 920 St. Andrews Road.
It's somewhere on St. Andrews Road.
Somewhere St. Andrews Road till you see it. How about that?
Till you see it. There you go, man. But yeah, man, a lot going on out there, man. A lot going on out there. No, we're getting close to that hour, man. We're getting close to that hour. I think it's about time for us to take a walk, man. It's about time for us to take a walk down the 90s block. You know what we like to do around this time? We take the best decade ever, the 1990s. The 1990s, and then we talk about the 90s block, something in the 90s. So, I don't know, Crystal sit up here talking about don't get those surgeries, just go work out. That's what I promote. Well, Crystal, I'm glad you promote that. But you can buy advertising too. We sell advertising. And as you see, if somebody buys advertising, we definitely talk about it a lot. Crystal, we talk about it a lot. So go and buy some what you do, Crystal, for? What is your gig? Since you promote working out, are you a trainer?
I'm about to say she a trainer, fitness or something. What is it?
Crystal, you a fitness guru? Are you a fitness guru, Crystal? I don't know. Okay, whatever you are, Crystal, we support it. if you buy some advertising. If you don't got no advertising, I say kiss my ass.
Krista already got our advertising because we keep talking about it. She got to tell us what she's doing about
She
our
said she
advertising.
can't tell us this G14 classified. Well, she said she's not a trainer, so okay. Well,
Okay, well, anyway. All right. Sorry about that, Krista. You get no love. You get no love around here. But yeah, man, the '90s block. What we do in the '90s block, man? We pick something from the '90s and we talk about it. 'Cause quite frankly, and this time, since we were talking about church, man, we're gonna do Kirk Franklin, man. What is your favorite Kirk Franklin song? What's your favorite Kirk Franklin song? I know we got a lot of heathens listening to the show, but maybe they listen to Kirk Franklin since he's heathen friendly. Hey, Ron, you got a favorite Kirk Franklin song?
a favorite. I do. Something by the name of Jesus with Ranch Allen.
Oh yeah, Rance album.
Yeah,
Sing
Ranch.
it for me.
Something
Wow.
about the name Jesus.
Yeah.
It is the sweetest. Oh, glory! Name I know. That's how I went.
All right.
Oh, thank you, Lord. He be coming up in hunger. Woo. Hey.
But man, boy, think about it. Kirk Franklin don't sing, do it.
No,
Not a lick.
he's the P Diddy of gospel, not the off the all
Oh,
the other stuff. But he just dancing and saying, "Hey, I got the Holy Ghost." Stomp.
Yeah.
That's all he do.
Yo, you with me? He do that a lot.
Yeah, that's it.
Crystal is becoming a king of comedy over here. Talking about she got one who locked the doors, everybody donate $40K. That's your favorite song. Wow.
Crystal, we like it, Crystal. We like it, Crystal.
Crystal about to be the new king of comedy over here, Crystal. Oh man.
She probably would be a queen of comedy.
Queen of comedy. We're gender neutral over here. We don't judge you on your gender. Whatever gender you want to be, as long as it's male or female. Stacy said there's a few other songs that he is singing. I have never heard a song where he sung.
Well, send it to us and let us know what song that is, Stacey. We got to fact check you.
Yeah. Let us know because I don't know those songs. Some of them. But my favorite one is Stomp. Like Stomp. Put your hands together.
You got the Holy Ghost.
Make me clap my hands. Make me stomp my hands. Stomp.
I think they played it in the club still.
They did. I remember they played in the club one time. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah.
My favorite is Melodies from Heaven.
Melodies from Heaven.
No, that is
Rain down on me. Rain down on me.
Hey. First of all, you too big for your voice to be that light. I need you to put some bass in your voice.
Well, they got the bass part come in.
No, I
don't know the words, so I just gotta sing it. I sing the melody.
You don't know the rhythm of it either. You don't know the rhythm.
The key, the melody, don't know none of it.
All of it. Off. And off hole.
Krista talking about what club? No, sir. Hey, they have played.
In Houston,
up in the club.
In Houston, Texas,
Krista too young.
Krista is too young.
Oh, she young. Never mind. I'm about to say, Houston, Texas, doing brunch, they played Stomp, and everybody was in.
See, Chris, if you wasn't off the porch, then if you wasn't off the porch when that song came out, you wouldn't know. But for all us who was off the porch, yeah, they did. A DJ would mix. Damn, Krista, you 47? Okay.
Oh, damn.
Damn, you old. Let me stop.
You old. Dang, you 10 years older than me. That's crazy. Jeez.
But they say that good black don't crack, so there you go. I thought
Yeah,
you was a lot younger than that. So there you go.
they say black don't crack.
I thought you was a lot younger than that, Crystal. All right, there you go. But yeah. Well, you should know then. You talk about I being out the house. Yeah, you should know. You being out the house. You done been in the club and the DJ done mixed in stuff a little bit. The good DJ, he don't play the whole verse. Now, he don't play the whole song, but he'll mix it in. He'll mix it in. See, you was in them streets when Duck If You Buck and Tear the Club Up was big. That's when you was in them streets. So yeah, you should know that for sure. You should know that for sure. Oh, sorry about that. Her niece Sanya Amen Hotep as my profile picture. She was murdered. See, all this time, Crystal,
Oh,
I thought that
I,
was
I
you.
remember that. I remember that story. I thought that was Crystal too. That's why I didn't believe she was 47. But yeah, I remember that story, Crystal.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That is, yeah. Well, that explains it.
There
Yeah,
you
that
go, Crystal.
definitely explains it.
So maybe good black don't crack. You might be old looking, Crystal. You shouldn't have said that.
No, Crystal don't look that old. She
Crystal
still don't
don't
look
look that old?
47.
She don't look
No, she
47?
don't. No,
Okay.
now
Okay. then.
she look a little older than the picture, but not. She don't look 47.
So 42.
You look 42, Crystal?
42.
I don't know how.
Yeah, crazy man.
I don't know. But anyway, um, there you go. There you go, man. I never get my age. That's what they all say. That's what they all say. So,
All right, don't go too far now,
don't
Crystal.
go too far. Don't go too far.
I'm playing Crystal.
We still love you. You are a big supporter of the show. Big
Definitely.
supporter of the show. There you go. But yeah, man. So we done had a bunch of Kirk Franklin songs out there, and I still, Stacey has said that he sang them, but I still said that I've never heard a song Kirk Franklin sing. No,
Yeah.
he sung that he actually did sing that. But anyway,
Never heard one.
anyway, well, we are just about, we've reached, I got lunch for y'all, Lamar. Go, hey, we appreciate it. Go ahead. Right here, help us out right here. Put it to us. We need that cash out. Don't make sure you donate. $ RIP28 podcast. $ RIP28 podcast. The brothers is hungry. We need it. We need it. Hey, LBZ, you got any parting shots for us? We out here?
Man, all I want to say is shout out to everybody that's struggling with this pollen, man, and their allergies. I know how you feel. I'm in the battle with you. So, y'all, you know what I'm saying? Let's stick this thing out, man, and get this Zyrtec going.
There it is. There it is. What about you, A.A. Rod? A.A. Rod, got anything to say before we get out of here?
Just check on your people. I'm gonna take old Cobb thing. Check on your people, love on your people. And since I'm a pastor, do I get a love offering for this appearance?
Lock the doors.
Well, you do get a love offer, man. They gonna send it to RIP28. They gonna send it to $ RIP28 podcast. $ RIP28 podcast. We'll make sure it get to you. We'll make sure it get to you. Hey, Crystal just said something. Man, I was so goddamn mad. She says, yeah, cause salute to Zyrtec. Man, my son has allergies real bad, and I got them bad too. I went to CVS to buy some Zyrtec, man. They were selling that stuff for $44. $44. I was like, man.
It definitely ain't cheap.
So damn mad at that. I guess that's neither here nor there. But I was mad at that. I wonder if you can stock up on Zyrtec in the winter. Well, you know what? I had to show her my ID when I brought that Zyrtec. I had to show her my ID to go and buy some Zyrtec. Because I guess the white boys, the meth heads, can make drugs out of Zyrtec. So, well, it has been another great episode of the RIP 28 podcast. This is a podcast where a few friends get together and we talk about a few things. Now, some of those things you might like, some of those things you might not like, but we keep on talking about them on the RIP 28 podcast. And I do want to let everybody know, Ron said a little bit earlier, he said it is sundress season. It is sundress season. So, hey, all you sexy ladies out there who can appropriately wear that sundress. Remember, ain't nothing wrong with wearing that sundress with no panties. But remember, you don't have any panties on when you sit on the bench. You might have something crawl up into your leather weapons if you don't tuck your skirt before you sit down. We'll see you next week on the RIP 28 podcast. You know, Aaron, when they sit down, they got to tuck the skirt up under their butt. They just can't. If they not wearing no panties, Aaron, if they ain't wearing no panties, they got to tuck the skirt, man. Bro,
I mean, I understand. I just don't. Yeah, just stand up.
We give advice on this show, Aaron. We help the people out, baby. We help the people out. We'll see you next week on the RIP 28 podcast. Peace.